You said the words like they were real, like love was something you could feel. I held on tight to every sound, not knowing you just let me down. Your promises were dressed in gold, but turned to dust as they grew old. You gave me the truth you never meant, built me a world, then watched it bend. You said forever with empty breath, and loved me closer to my death. Now I see what you really sent, a truth you never meant. I waited there while you let go, pretending you still loved me so. But silence speaks when words deceive, and hearts can't heal what they believe. You lit a fire, then walked away, left me burning in yesterday. You gave me the truth you never meant, built me a world, then watched it bend. You said forever with empty breath, and loved me closer to my death. Now I see what you really sent, a truth you never meant. Now every I love you sounds like a lie, echoes of you I can't deny. You took my faith, you took my fight, and turned my dawn into your night. You gave me the truth you never meant, and now I know what heartbreak meant. You broke me gently, piece by piece, then left me craving for release. But I won't break the way I've been, not for a truth you never meant. I love the truth you never meant, but now I choose what's honest again. I held your hand like it was made for mine. You looked at me like stars aligned. I thought I found a piece of heaven's light, but now I see it all was just disguise. You painted dreams with colors so divine, but every shade was just a way to hide. It was a perfect lie, and I believed it all, like a fool dancing right before the fall. You said forever, but you meant goodbye. I gave you truth, you gave a perfect lie. The way you kissed me made the silence loud. It was a perfect lie, but now I see it clear. You were never really ever here. You said forever just to watch me die, but now I'm stronger than your perfect lie. Goodbye to your perfect lie. I thought I saw heaven in your eyes. You held me close and fed me lies. Your touch was warm, your smile was light, but all along you stole my sight. You wrapped your poison in a kiss and made me think that love was this. What a beautiful betrayal. You made the hurt feel like a dream, tied my heart with golden chains, then tore apart the seams. You said you'd stay, you said you'd try, but your goodbye was your lullaby. What a beautiful betrayal, and I believed it all. The sweetest words you never meant, the time you gave was time you spent, just waiting for the perfect break to leave me drowning in your wake. You played the part so perfectly, while hiding knives beneath your peace. What a beautiful betrayal. You made the hurt feel like a dream, tied my heart with golden chains, then tore apart the seams. You said you'd stay, you said you'd try, but your goodbye was your lullaby. What a beautiful betrayal, and I believed it all. Now every I love you sounds like war, and I don't believe in us anymore. But I still wear the pain like pride, 'cause loving you still hurts just right. What a beautiful betrayal. You dress the wound with poetry, left my soul in quiet flames, while smiling gracefully. You played the angel, wore the crown, then left me when the lights went down. What a beautiful betrayal, and I still hear your call. You were my beautiful betrayal, and the most painful love of all. You showed up like a midnight flame, lit the dark and whispered my name. I knew you'd never stay too long, but I still hoped I might be wrong. We danced in time we didn't own. In borrowed light we felt like home. Stolen moments, that's all we had. A taste of heaven, gone so fast. You held me like the world stood still, then left me chasing what I feel. You were never mine to keep, but in those nights I dreamed so deep of stolen moments that felt so real. We shared a love without a name, a quiet fire we couldn't tame. I knew your heart was far from here, but I still held you close, sincere. You kissed me like you meant goodbye, but stayed just long enough to lie. Stolen moments, that's all we had. A taste of heaven, gone so fast. You held me like the world stood still, then left me chasing what I feel. You were never mine to keep, but in those nights I dreamed so deep of stolen moments that felt so real. Maybe love was never ours to own, just a shadow we danced long. But I'd relive it if I could, even knowing it's no good. Stolen moments, I still recall the way you caught me in your fall. You made the silence feel alive, then left me just to survive. You were never mine to keep, but in those nights I felt so deep for stolen moments and the lies we made so sweet. I loved you in the time we bent, in every stolen moment that came and went. You spoke to me in quiet tones, like every word could save my soul. I let you in, I dropped my guard, but love like that just leaves a scar. You told me things I longed to hear, but now your voice just disappears. Whispers that weren't true, they sounded like forever, soft and sweet like morning dew, but they vanished with the weather. You said I'll never leave you blue, but every word betrayed the truth. You held me close with whispers that weren't true. You sang me lies like lullabies and dried my tears with alibis. I should have known behind your smile was just a mask you wore a while. trusted every line you gave, not knowing it would dig my grave. Whispers that weren't true, they sounded like forever, soft and sweet like morning dew, but they vanished with the weather. You said I'll never leave you blue, but every word betrayed the truth. You held me close with whispers that weren't true. Play them in my head like ghosts that won't stay dead. And even though they fade with time, your lies still echo next to mine. Whispers that weren't true still haunt the walls inside my room. They dressed in hope, they danced in light, then turned to silence in the night. You promised love that never grew, just whispers that weren't true. You left me with nothing to hold on to, just whispers that weren't true. You said forever with your eyes, like love would never say goodbye. You wrapped me in a silent flame, then left me with a heart to blame. I built my world on every word, not knowing silence would be heard. When forever was a lie, you kissed me just to watch me cry. You made me trust and let it die, and left me asking why. You held my hand then walked away, turned all the light to shades of gray. I lost my soul, I don't know why. Believe in you when forever was a lie. You wore my dreams like they were yours, then closed the windows, locked the doors. I thought you meant the things you said, but love like yours just leaves you dead. Now every memory feels like glass, breaking with each breath I pass. When forever was a lie, you kissed me just to watch me cry. You made me trust, then let it die, and left me asking why. You held my hand then walked away, turned all the light to shades of gray. I lost my soul, I don't know why. Believe in you when forever was a lie. You said always, like a song, but nothing ever felt that wrong. Now every I love you I hear feels like another wound to fear. When forever was a lie, you burned me with a lullaby. You made me fall and passed me by with no goodbye. You turned my was a beautiful lie. You said forever, but forever was a lie. You looked at me with borrowed light, said all the words that felt so right. You touched my pain, you knew my fear, and still you whispered, I'm right here. But every kiss was just a game, a burning match without a flame. You lied so sweetly, I almost believed that you were the answer I wanted to need. You made the truth sound like a song, but all along you knew it was wrong. You held my heart like it was easy, then let it go. You lied so sweetly. I played your echo every night, convinced myself it all felt right. But perfect words can hide the pain, like dancing slowly in the rain. You spoke in verses, soft and kind, while pulling strings behind my mind. You lied so sweetly, I almost believed that you were the air I struggled to breathe. You made the fall feel like I flew, but I was crashing straight into you. You wrote goodbye like poetry, then walked away. You lied so sweetly. I keep replaying every line, the way you said you'd always be mine. But promises don't mean a thing when spoken with a heart of string. You lied so sweetly, like love in disguise. You painted the stars while hiding the sky. I gave you all, you gave me dreams, wrapped in ribbons, ripped at the seams. Now I can't trust what I can't see, since the day you lied so sweetly. I'll never forget how you lied so sweetly.